Hey there, folks. I'm MysteriousSJG, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. So, I kind of Googled 80%. I was Googling stuff related to Planet Havarti and did find a GameFAQs thread or something that was like 80% viability Havarti, which is kind of where I'm stuck. And I guess I got to check my emails. And also, what is it? Raven fan? Oh man, what's this guy's username? He's been providing some really nice feedback in the comments. Ravenite, who, unless I'm crazy, I think Ravenite's also has a Let's Play channel that's doing this. I think I just let it slip that I'm not watching Ravenite's channel. I really don't watch that many other LPers at all these days, but drop little hints here and there that, oh, I've got a playthrough on my channel, just mentioning that casually. Now, I haven't had time to watch very many other LPers at all recently, and I don't know that Ravenite is doing this game in particular, but he was like joking around in the comments, this like about the whole Sam, you have internet or you have email on your terminal, blah blah, joking about the fact that yes, that was eventually fixed, and he was curious how many videos it'll be before I get that update. Well, we might have that update now because I have not noticed Sam. I can barely hear the game. Did I change something in my headphone settings? No, I don't think I did. Interesting. Sorry, but no, I have not. I've not heard Sam recently telling me I have email, but we probably do have email now because we just finished that quest. So, why'd I come here to look at armors? Off screen, I've been looking and really thinking about the armors I want to replace this stuff with. I don't know what the level cap is in this game. It's been 30 in some previous adventures. It might be 30 again. Because certainly I'm getting close to where if you really, really focus in on only having a couple of skills, like your 3 skills that you're actually going to equip and bring with you are maxed. I'm at the point where, yeah, you're pretty close to actually being able to really optimize one tech tree or try to split the difference between two. Like if you can just keep leveling up forever and eventually fully level up all skills like that, I don't know, it seems a little ridiculous. I'm losing my mind here, or I'm not hearing the sound in my own game as good as I was expecting to. Menu background music in this game is quite soft, so maybe that's throwing me off slightly. Anyway, it's definitely louder now. So if we check our emails, maybe something will happen. Overall science team deployment to writer from Benedict Cumberbatch. Pathfinder team, the Nexus has approved the request for a multidisciplinary team to be posted on Havarti, aka Habitat 3, to assist with the Angaran efforts there. Primary team members, Dr. Hawkins McIntyre. Hey, Drew McIntyre from 3MB, who's now like a big deal. Zara Cassian, Farley Barra, and Cody Holdren. Commando Cody. Both Angaran and Nexus teams have expressed interest in having the Pathfinder visit Havarti again to observe cross-cultural efforts. Benedict Cumberbatch. Basically, they're saying, oh, come visit us, we like you. Thank you, Pathfinder. It is I, Amurt. It is I, Durat, and no one can beat me. I write to inform you from Amara's home on the other side of Ari. I am surrounded by her children and grandchildren, whom I have never met, but who welcome me as though they'd known me all their lives. Aw, that's just the guy who went to visit his sister. I left my home only to find another one. Though I wish I had done this years ago, I'm grateful for the time I have left. This would not have been possible without your help. I think I just, I have to turn the sound down. I went and I also adjusted my, not adjusted, I checked my connections. Maybe I had a port a little loose or something. Now I cannot find the sweet spot where it sounds right in my ears. Sorry. All right. exciting video this has been. So yeah, this guy's like, hey, it's so awesome. Like, I guess you could have told him, if you say I can't make the decision for you, probably wusses out. So I guess we made the Paragon choice. The writer from Liam, proud of all. I mean, living there. He's not Irish. He's British. I mean, living there would have been fun. That planet is one pterodactyl away from a Jurassic Fun Fair. But what we did for the Angara will go a long way to making us good neighbors. And good neighbors are gonna be good friends. I think I got the lyrics wrong to the neighbors theme, but that's okay. We need that, especially with the scourge restricting the neighborhood. Security's training up on what the locals know about local fauna. Outposts and art of all helps. Costa. Liam has included a list of media-themed communities. Genres include century-old situations, comedies, and documentaries about research partnerships. Also a musical about a man eating plant. So he gave us a link to contact Director Addison from Havarti. So if we go talk to Director Addison in person, this quest will not trigger. That's the way this shit works. So Liam basically got us. He sent us. I wonder if it was the original Roger Corman version, or if it was the. It's a musical, so it wouldn't be the original Roger Corman film. But now I'm blank. What the hell is it called? Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah. Which I only know that I was ashamed of myself. I only know about it now via riff tracks. I did not know that the musical, popular musical, comedy musical, Little Shop of Horrors, was based on a Roger Corman film. Now, Roger Corman has kind of gone back now in his dotage, I guess, his old age, claiming a bunch of the movies he did that people made fun of for how bad and shitty and cheap they were intentional, like, parodies. Like, before there was Guy from The Room, there was, Roger Corman. And he has fought back against, Mystery Science Theater and riff tracks and tried to not let, Cinematic Titanic particularly, he tried not to let them license his films if he could have a personal say in it. But sometimes he doesn't personally own the rights. They're owned by companies or whatever. But no, he's come out, and I tried to act like, I was intentionally, it was like tongue-in-cheek. That is definitely not true of a lot of his films that people have made fun of over the years, Roger Corman. But Little Shop of Horrors, if you go back and watch Little Shop of Horrors, the original film, clearly this is meant to be a comedy. And the guy who played Seymour in the Roger Corman film Little Shop of Horrors, I don't remember the actor's name. He shows up in a lot of Mystery Science Theater movies, and I always thought, I don't know, maybe he would be accused of scenery chewing or whatever. Maybe he was the best part of some really bad films, but I always found his performances to be pretty engaging and fun, even before I saw him in Little Shop of Horrors, which is probably would be considered his best work. But he was like the little, quasi-mentally incompetent assistant to the villain in Gunfighters is the thing that comes to mind, and he was like the spunky little Viking that could in Viking Women in the Waters of the Great Sea Serpent, and then these other Mystery Science Theater Roger Corman movies. It's bothering me. It's not that I can't remember his name. I don't know that I've ever known his name, but he's always entertaining, whether it's if it's because you're laughing at how over the top it is, or whatever. He's always entertaining to watch. Now that I know they're actually use their grenade skills, I should consider leveling up the grenade skills. But Overload, if I had not gone towards this really, I am going to be a necromancer zookeeper build from Diablo 2, and I'm going to get both of the tech constructs, and then I'm going to max out tactical cloak so I can hide and let them take the fire. If I hadn't committed to doing that as kind of an interesting zany build, Overload is not a bad skill at all in these games. Anyways, so now we do have a quest. We have a merchant now. I don't know. I still don't know that they would really mark out the find Rokar manifestos on Havarl. Oh, I forgot all about that. That was like a little additional task that popped up. But again, these ones don't seem to be marked on the quest map, unfortunately. Cross-cultural alliances, Nexus scientists. But we got some quests. We just had to leave and read our email. Unlike Ice Planet Hoth, the humans don't just teleport in. We have to leave and come back, and then stuff happens. And even leaving and coming back probably doesn't do any good until we've checked our email where they tell us those guys showed up. There's a Solarian. So I was getting ahead of myself when I said humans have showed up. The Nexus has all different species. The human arc appeared to just have one Asari and a bunch of humans. But, no, apparently we got some people woke up off the Nexus who are going to come help out here. It's cool.
The reports didn't do this world justice. It's ethereal.
Wow, she got turned into an Asari.
I imagine you have concerns that we haven't placed a full outpost?
Frankly, it's impressive you weren't covered in vines on landing.
Yeah, I am pretty
Given
vine
the planet's
repellent.
significance to the Angara, it's appropriate that we assist, but not place an outpost. And
Yeah, that would be pretty
stability
fucked
you
up.
brought? I received a thank you from Aya. That may be the first time I've heard those words in Andromeda.
Well, I thanked you at one point, but you immediately blew me off and called me a fucker. I tried to represent us well. It's an investment. I mean, this is true. Like, I know that he's got the professional, logical path and then the emotional, zany path, but I think that's going a little overboard with the cold heartlessness of it all.
After the cat and what they've seen of the exiles, we had to be at our best.
And that's actually pretty
We've
professional,
had precious
too.
few examples of that. Pathfinder might be getting close.
What about Dingus?
Havarti helps. Outpost or not, we're gaining. We need another, but we're gaining. It's promising, and a lot of people have noticed.
A lot of
I
weird
still need your
tentacle-faced
voice.
people.
Something they can think about instead of an outpost flag.
We're still here, still doing important work.
Would you like me to come
Then
do a
tell them
publicity interview? Say hello to Angaran Earth. Exploration continues. I don't even know what this means, so...
We're not just here to survive, to scramble for resources.
I guess we're pointing out that
to
this is the
research
Angaran's home
and
planet,
explore.
and then we need to leave it the fuck
Havarti
alone.
was made for that. And everything we learn about it helps not just us, but the Angara as well.
Into the books, Pathfinder. At us and out.
Yeah, I probably should have gone with the, plus 20%, so... Oh, now we're at 98. Well, that's kind of annoying. Now we're like 2% short. Although, oh no, now it says 100. Okay. Well, that does mean... Okay, so just that conversation now knocked us over the top. 2 cryopods available for awakening on the Tempest? Really? Wow. Well, I kind of wanted to go see what that Angaran... Let's quick load. Because it sort of seems like she starts talking about how we need to gain stuff from this planet. Like, it would be appropriate to point out that, hey, this is like their home world. I mean, would we want the Solarians to just land on our world and say, we're here to help you research, and we're going to block off major chunks of territory? You know, that wouldn't really be cool. We're also going to turn your cows inside out and probe you. Shepard. Alright, apparently that was, that autosave was, too recent, so we'll go with this one. I don't want to, like... Generally, the dialogue options are so similar to each other, there's not that much interesting variation, but... Well, if we got 2 more cryo perks awaiting us, then I do believe we can now get the thing that gives you an extra augment slot in all of your gear. Which was kind of where I was going next.
The reports didn't do this world justice.
Uh-huh.
Frankly, given the plan and the stability you brought, I received a thank you from Aya. That may be the first time I've heard those words in Andromeda.
I like to represent.
After the cat and what they've seen...
Havarti, it's promising. I still need your...
We're still here.
Then tell them that.
Say hello to Angaran Earth. Say hello to my little friend.
This is Havarti. I didn't find an outpost. I found Angara, and saw a piece of who they are. We're welcome to help here. It's not ours. It's all of ours. I think that makes the whole cluster closer to home.
Oh, that's sweet.
Into the books, Pathfinder.
Oh, so he was cutting a promo, basically. I got you. Well, let's completely ignore these guys and return to our ship and pick up more Andromeda points. Or pick up more cool perks. Pick up some Percocet. And then I gotta think real hard about how many perks we got left and probably try not to take too many more until we visited the other planets and seen what the perks are going to be available from those. I don't really want to depart the planet. I just want to go touch that one terminal. But that's how this game works. So we get 100% viability, but we don't get an outpost. That's basically because planet viability really doesn't mean anything. It is a mechanism to decide how many cryo perks you get. Hello. Little Romans. It's Eddie Izzard routine.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Yeah, I know. Got you, buddy. Coming back here to do something about it. So we have 2 pods available, and we can now get improved development 2 and innovation. Increase augmentation slots by 1 on all research projects. And we get our points. We succeeded in some missions, got some loots. Leveled up Team K. Got some credits. Got some graphite. Got some copper. Got some more credits. Also means that we could rebuild any of our current gear with additional augment slots. Do I want to do that on camera? Nah, I think we can hold off. We're a couple of levels away from level 30 where I'm going to want to dismantle all my stuff and rebuild it at a higher level anyway. While we're on the planet, we should find out what the scientists actually want from us. Our next big piece of plot is going to be, now that we've completely fixed all problems on the 2 Angaran worlds the Angarans told us about, our next big piece of plot. And you know what? I'm going to give Jal a little rest for once. We haven't had Drac in a long time. But yeah, since the Angarans made us aware of 2 worlds where they could potentially need help, and we've got 100% viability on both of them, including a human colony on one of them, apparently with the blessingness of the Angara, it really is time to call that resistance leader guy back and be like, told you so, buddy. We're totally the best ever, dude. Also, now that we have the biggest possible increase to research from all sources, we just want to go out, find all the research we can, because anything we find out from now on will have completely optimized how much we gain from it. Research from all sources does turn out to be a bit of bullshit in the description, though, because I found that when you get research loot boxes from those Apex missions, you still get the same amount of research from them. You don't get plus 30. And it doesn't give you 100 or plus 20% or 10%. It also, when you get your research from, your Milky Way research from your timed reward, that doesn't get a boost either. But that's nitpicking at the wording. It said all sources.
His wings were almost the same color as your eyes.
Ah, you'll be the Pathfinder then. Dr. McIntyre from the Nexus.
Ryder, welcome to Havarti.
How can they keep all these weird accents once we're out in space? I mean, it's People
The
stop
Angara
getting raised
likes
only
us
amongst
to
other
one of the
Scots in
plants
Scotland. These things are going to
study
disappear.
ruins out in the jungle. It's the chance of a lifetime.
It's the thrill of a lifetime. Stasis fields of reincarnation. Reincarnation doesn't have to be, but space is the place. Ooh, yeah.
You know how Tavos found the monolith, right? Reincarnated memories?
Aye, I heard. One for the textbooks.
Books.
You believe him? But you're a scientist.
Asari share thoughts and memories. Prothean text speaks in visions. Those are scientific facts.
In our screwed up, made up
People know
universe.
what can go under a microscope, lad.
So fuck you. Why would you even assume don't believe in it because I'm I mean, why would you throw that out there? You feckin' bollocks. Isn't your Scottish girl all like religious and shite? She ignored that whole part about man not laying with man, but you probably should.
Be careful around those monoliths.
Doesn't
There
actually
might
say
be more
women can't
stasis
lay with
fields.
women.
We think they only affect Angara, but who knows?
Oh, we know. Make no mistake. I have a check-in system ready. Whether young Farley remembers it when he's chasing butterflies is another matter.
Young Chris Farley plays it safe.
What does your team do here?
Mostly
There
fuck around
lies
and
our
have
botanist.
crazy
She'll be
accents.
minding the plants and designing an artificial habitat for them.
Greenhouse.
She also happens to be an engineer. Sorry, one profession's never enough.
And they always have nice
Then there's
asses.
young Farley. Easier for the insects.
He loves to eat them.
And you?
I'm the xenoanthropologist. A fancy word for talking to the Angara about those ruins. And listening.
I imagine you've spoken to Kieran Dolls already?
No, who's that?
She's the one who invited us, aye.
Yeah, but she
Busted
runs
her
the
up
fucking...
something terrible.
Never mind.
But she's a fine lady, and hopefully a good colleague down the road. I plan to listen to her.
If I can work up the patience.
Good luck, McIntyre.
Safe journeys, Ryder.
Good luck, Ginger Mahal. Oh wow, the Asari lady. We actually don't get to talk to these people. They're just interesting. Oh, that's a window. Come to my window. Hey, Cootie. Oh, I love your hat.
Welcome. New supplies, fresh from the Nexus, and a few from my secret partner.
This is the stupidest character
Plan to build
ever.
the first Angara Nexus trading company, Lone Star Enterprises. Gotta remember where I started, you know.
Dixie Clements is more convincing as a Southern character than you are. I mean, like, the voice actors who did Dixie Clements didn't sound as ludicrous as you. Sounds like a good deal. That's a big dream. Both answers are folksy and stupid.
What do I get for investing?
Today, great supplies. Tomorrow, who knows?
Alright, so she's selling Initiative Recon armor, which gives you... That's the stuff you have to try to get for encounter experience increases if you didn't get fancy DLC or collector's edition crap. More recon armor. Man, I want to buy something from her just to feel like I'm supporting her crazy Southern dream, but none of this is all basically crap. Suppose I could buy that and just break it down for materials, just in case it actually does something to help her get her business rolling. I doubt it does, but I don't know. Maybe it does something. She talked about investing. I thought maybe it'd be like, oh, it's going to be like Owaka, and we got to like invest. Angaran Ranger armor. No EZO for breaking this down, so maybe I just want to sell it. Initiative Recon armor. Yeah, these are the stuff that I'm eventually going to make my... Well, no, actually I'm not. I'm specifically not going to do these. I'm going to get the Ranger chest and get the Remnant arms and legs. All of this stuff I can build for myself, and if I did, I would, anything that will give me Ezo, I will break down. None of this stuff will give me Ezo, so I'll sell it all. Here's the new thing. No. Ooh, Maverick Ambusher armor. Those are actually cool, and right now I don't know how to craft them. But Angaran Ranger armor I do know how to craft. None of this stuff is giving me Ezo, though. Skirmisher stuff. Thing is, one of these is like, I have some gear that is DLC stuff other than the one that I'm wearing. There's, scavenger armor is rare. What did I buy from her? Ranger armor. None of this stuff seems to have Ezo in it when you break it down. Ket fusion armor I believe I can craft for myself. Integrator armor I don't know about, but this is like level 1. I would never use it anyway. Alright, well let me get some inventory space by selling her a bunch of stuff, including what I just bought from her.
Want a deal?
Want a date? She sells recon armor. So if I can't figure out what I actually bought from her, it's the recon armor. I was not getting rid of any of the stuff that I couldn't make for myself. It's an ultra rare, don't sell that. I just bought this from her. If I want any of these, I'll make my own. And initiative helmets, I feel like that was our starting gear. I just need to clear some freaking inventory space. That's all there is to it. I wasn't selling them because I couldn't replace them, but... I don't think I've ever used the initiative gear because right from the get-go, I equipped the stuff I got for getting the collector's edition. Pathfinder Scout armor I probably need to disassemble, actually, because I crafted it to get... Do not sell that one. Rare, uncommon, rare. Boy, I picked up a lot of legs. I know how to use them. I'm not really getting a lot of cash out of this, but I took my inventory way down because it had gotten kind of out of control. So no legs, only the crafted chest, and I kept a scavenger helmet because I think that, yeah, the scavenger helmet and the scavenger armor are things that I got for the collector's edition. So I don't want to sell them for in-game money because they cost me, even if I'm not using them. In theory, they cost me real old money, so I don't want to throw those away. Thank you, lady, for helping me get more monies. So we can deconstruct this and I'll get some stuff back. Level up a few more times, and so I hit level 30, and I'm going to be crafting a whole bunch of weapons and armor. Well, 2 weapons and a whole bunch of armor. So that was our shop. What is our quest that we have here now? Nexus Scientists. Oh, I wonder if this is just the same people from before when I'm hitting the rocks for science and whatever else. Oh, that's what these bolts of light from the sky represent.
Analysis alone can't tell us anything useful. Our sample set is much too narrow.
It's that when, like, if you see a blast from the sky, when you have a little side quest equipped, it won't show up on the map, but as you run around and look, you'll see these shafts of light from the sky that indicate, hey, if you come here, you'll find like the Rockstar Manifesto or whatever you've selected as your quest.
Pathfinder Ryder,
What
Dr.
up?
Sana Relar, xenobotanist for the initiative, and my colleague, Dr. Eric Baumgarten.
What up?
Xenogenetics. Pleasure to meet you.
You know, we have every Euro accent, like all sorts of kooky accents, but they are only kooky European and basically, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm about to get myself in trouble. Welcome, Ryder. Please note that every kooky white people accent is available in this game. But other than Khalil Manjani accidentally, not by design, but because he's quasi-famous and a Mass Effect fan, he got to be in the game, accidentally giving a Solarian a slight Pakistani accent. Otherwise, it's all white accents all the time, because we just don't want to have a character going around sounding Japanese and being accused of being racist. It's just the thing. You will not find someone with a strong Sudanese accent, even though there is such a thing as a Sudanese accent, and it is a distinct accent. You will not hear it. How can I help you, now that you've just portrayed yourself as like this weird rabbit subculture? I sound like I'm one of the... There's a name for it, the dudes who are like afraid, like the white Lives Matter crowd, whatever the fuck you call those guys. It's like get scared every time minorities are presented in a positive way. But no, I'm definitely noticing like, hey, we got crazy Southern lady. We have multiple crazy Russian people. Am I not? Yeah, lots of Scottish accents. Somebody in the comments is going to slap me down with an example I'm forgetting. But it does seem like we have this really high number of crazy Caucasian accents. And, nobody's coming out and being like, hey, Chico, what's up, man? Hey, I came here to Andromeda, but my roots go back to Mexico, man. You're not going to hear that voice because they don't want to upset people. Apparently, I'm not worried about it because I just use the voice, which I think could potentially be very upsetting. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. The world is your toy. This world is your toy box. This world is the Angaran home world.
I can see why you're on Havarl. Plenty to keep you busy.
Indeed. You can hardly walk without stepping on a new life form. We tread lightly.
Your report of accelerated evolution and rapid growth of nature here caught our interest.
We're
Well, what
analyzing
kind of
everything we
regional
can,
accent's
of course,
that,
to
lady?
replicate the effects on our own crops.
That's a terrible idea. What? That could be useful. Why would he think it's a terrible idea? They're trying to... Is this a chance for us to get into what I'm sure will affect nothing in the game, like an in-game debate about genetic modification of produce? I do not care about talking about that in the middle of my, escapist fun fantasy game.
It would have interesting applications if there's a way to control the process.
You understand the end goal.
If we learn to
Bleh.
use the growth of plants and animals in non-destructive ways, we could end hunger. It would change everything for the initiative. Our colonies could thrive virtually overnight.
Okay, I thought they were just talking about how can we get our plants to grow well in the local soil. Not let's make
Accelerated life
mutant
forms
monster
you want to
tomatoes.
study are dying off, decaying.
Yeah.
We're scrambling to scan and catalog everything before it's gone. We could use some help.
No promises, you guys are crazy fuckers. Tell me what to scan.
Point me at the life forms you need. I'll do the rest.
But except that I
Anything
won't.
mutated beyond its baseline growth cycle will aid our work.
I'll provide the most promising genetic markers to scan for.
Thank you for whatever help you can provide, Pathfinder. Rendezvous here when you're finished.
Yeah, we just got into this sub-quest about making weird plant monsters. What the hell? Alright, well, it is well and truly time to call it a video now. So, we're back down under 70, we are back down to having under 70 inventory items. I'm proud of myself for having sold all that stuff. when we come back, folks, I think the only thing that's left for us to do now is to actually get on with the frickin' story. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Mass Effect Andromeda. Bye-bye.